In a move that sent shockwaves through the global economy, President Trump announced sweeping new tariffs on imports from all countries. These tariffs, set at 10%, are scheduled to take effect on Saturday, April 5th, 2025. This protectionist policy marks a significant escalation in Trump's trade wars, which have been a hallmark of his presidency. The administration argues that these tariffs are necessary to protect American jobs and industries from unfair foreign competition. However, critics warn of dire consequences for businesses and consumers, both domestically and internationally. The immediate impact of the announcement was a sharp decline in global stock markets. The FTSE 100, a key index of the London Stock Exchange, plummeted by 4.95%, its largest single-day drop since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. This dramatic fall underscores the level of anxiety among investors about the potential fallout from a full-blown trade war. In the United States, stock markets also suffered their worst performance since June 2020, signaling a loss of confidence in the economy. The negative reaction from the markets is not surprising. Tariffs are essentially taxes on imported goods, which makes them more expensive for businesses and consumers. This can lead to a decrease in demand for imported products, hurting businesses that rely on those goods. Moreover, tariffs often invite retaliation from other countries, as we've seen with China's announcement of a 34% tariff on American goods. This tit-for-tat escalation can quickly spiral into a full-blown trade war, disrupting global supply chains and harming economic growth. The uncertainty surrounding the future of global trade is also contributing to market volatility. Businesses thrive on predictability, and the current climate of trade tensions makes it difficult to plan for the future. This uncertainty can lead to delayed investments, reduced hiring, and slower economic growth. The impact of Trump's tariffs is already being felt by businesses across a range of industries. Nintendo, the Japanese video game giant, announced that it is delaying pre-orders for its highly anticipated Switch 2 console. While the company maintains that the June 5, 2025 launch date remains unchanged, the delay suggests concerns about the potential impact of tariffs on production costs and consumer demand. In another sign of the tariffs' ripple effect, Stellantis, the multinational automotive manufacturer, announced the temporary layoff of 900 workers at its Belvidere, Illinois assembly plant. The company cited the unprecedented global microchip shortage as the primary driver of the layoffs. However, industry analysts believe that the tariffs are exacerbating existing supply chain disruptions and contributing to the chip shortage. The political response to Trump's tariffs has been swift and largely negative. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer criticized the tariffs, calling them a recipe for disaster that will harm American businesses and consumers. He urged Republicans to support a bipartisan bill that would limit the president's authority to impose tariffs without congressional approval. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell also expressed concerns about the potential economic fallout from the tariffs. He warned that the tariffs are likely to increase inflation and slow economic growth, though the extent and duration of these effects remain uncertain. Powell's remarks highlight the difficult balancing act facing the Federal Reserve, which must weigh the risks of inflation against the potential for a trade war-induced economic slowdown. The long-term consequences of Trump's tariffs remain to be seen. However, the immediate reaction from global markets, businesses, and policymakers suggests that these tariffs represent a significant risk to the global economy. The coming months will be crucial in determining whether these tariffs can be rolled back or whether they will escalate into a full-blown trade war with potentially devastating consequences.